Right. The incident that I'm going to share with you, I've taken permission from my client that I can share, but obviously no identity or, the person will be kept anonymous. All right. So here, long story short, this client I've known for a couple of years had taken my service for resume rebrand and coaching, interview, personal branding, and obviously results were there and the client kept in touch. The only thing that stood out with this client was the client managed to get opportunities, maybe because she was extremely intelligent, very beautiful, luck or whatever. So her growth was not normal at all. And I always took a lot of pride in the fact that, wow, here is someone who is succeeding so much, so fast, so quickly. However, one fine day she got in touch with me and said, I'd like to book a service. I said, yeah, fine, more than happy. And then she gave me the news that the company that she was working for had laid her off because of the changes in the market or whatever. And she was pretty upset and dejected. I mean, it does hurt, especially when you give your 100%. And so I told her that, listen, don't have any doubts. You have been through this before, you can go through it again. The only difference between before and now was, before she was at a lower level position. Now after all these years, now she was targeting a much bigger salary, much bigger position. Always remember, the higher you go, the tougher it gets. So she was targeting a very high salary and a very high position, and I told her it'll be tough. It's not going to be easy. But she said, fine. Okay. So we started and, but this time around, it proved to be much more harder. In fact, it's been almost now, I think, at that time, when I evaluated, it was maybe 8 months that she didn't get a job. 8 months. And that's no laughing matter. And obviously, if you're not without a job, you're eating into your savings and it becomes harder and harder. And given the fact that as she climbed higher, she had taken a bigger house, she had taken a bigger car, she had invested in properties, she had taken bank loans. So managing all that proved to be very, very tough. And one by one, as her expenses started to mount up and no money is coming in, she had to sell off, all this. She had to give away the house she couldn't afford in that luxury area. She had to dispose of the car. Then, her properties, as of now, she doesn't want to sell it because it'll be sold at a loss. But then the gratuity what she got, she had to settle off the loans. Otherwise, it would have been a massive problem. And then obviously credit cards and all those things. So now, when you are staying in a smaller place with a cheaper car, and by the way, she still has loans and credit cards because she took quite a lot. I didn't know how much she took until she told me. It was quite a lot. And she invested in a couple of ventures which bombed, especially businesses. That is something I've always told people, be careful. So now she was going through a very, very tough time, and obviously when things are not working, person gets back and says, listen, I think I'll change my strategy. So now she tried a lower level position. Now there also she was not getting. And finally, self-doubt starts creeping in, and that's where you start breaking down slowly. And one fine day when she was talking to me, she just broke down in tears. And she was really, really sad. She was crying. And, she was very vulnerable, and she was like, Loy, what am I doing wrong? Before it was working, why is it not working now? So, yeah, give me a minute. Let this announcing car go by. Anyway, they are very kind. They go a little faster when they see me. So, they have to work, I have to work, no? Okay. So she was crying. She was absolutely crying. She was sobbing, and finally she let out. Sometimes you have to be a good listener. So she's like, Loy, I know there are some people who are ready to do any sexual favor just to get a job. There is politics. There's, all the external factors, racism, this, that, whatever. So I listen. And finally she asked me, like, you tell me, what do I do? So now here's my problem, okay, before I tell you. When someone pays me money, they are expecting me to be the honest, genuine, in-your-face coach, okay? I can't just say something for you to feel good. I need to tell you the truth. You're paying me for that, right? Obviously, I'm not going to say, you look like a piece of shit, or you're ugly, or you're fat. You need to intelligently communicate. So, first I asked her, I said, I'll give you my feedback, but it's going to be not what you expect. It's going to be real. She said, Loy, just don't, please, I'm already broken. Don't break me more. I said, no, I'm not going to bash you up, but I have to give you clarity of thought. So if that is what you want, we can do it now, or we can do it later, up to you. So she said, Loy, then please, let's do it later. Let's have that session later. I said, fine. So we continued talking of other things, and she said she would get back to me. She did it in 24 hours. I was thinking maybe longer. So finally she called me up and said, this is, okay, Loy, give it to me. Like, let me know what I need to know. The first thing I told her, see, listen, politics will always be there. Okay? Office politics will always be there. You have a choice whether to jump into it or not. It'll always be there. Now, if you chose not to be into it, that's your choice. You can choose to get into it. Do you want to? Yes or no? She said no. Okay. Second one. I said, you are talking about people giving sexual favors for a job. And they are questionable character. I said, nobody's stopping you. You want to do it? Do it. Like, who's stopping you? You said sugar daddies, you said this and that. I said, if you want, go ahead. Nobody's stopping you, nobody will judge you, you can keep it private. But do you want to? She said, no. I said, then don't bitch about it, no? You don't want to do it, then don't talk about it. Then I asked her the third one. Each one. I said about racism. Do you want to bend over and do you want to take shit? Do you want to lower your salary to being like a throwaway? Do you want to sell yourself cheap? All these things, all the reasons she gave me. And by the way, I had taken down notes. She said no. So I said, then you have a choice. You choose what you want. You choose the salary. You choose the position. You choose what you want to do. And I told her this, see, listen, before things were very good, you had a lot of opportunities, a lot of job offers, a lot of, avenues to make money. And you chose to invest in businesses and take loans. You chose to take a credit card. You chose to take a loan. You made those choices. Nobody put a gun to your head. So you have to take responsibility and accountability for it and stop pitying yourself. I said, you can cry all you want. What do you think I can do? Just feel sorry for you. Is that going to help you? I said, you can feel sorry and cry. Someone will give you, oh, poor thing, and give you a hug. Maybe somebody else will see you crying and saying, okay, good, I can take sexual advantage of this girl. She's vulnerable. I can take emotional advantage. I said, or maybe if you're lucky, someone will take pity and give you a job, which I'm pretty sure you don't want. So she said, of course. She agreed. So I said, wipe your tears, okay? Because nobody's going to wipe them for you. And then I gave her the biggest bombshell. I said, I have a very simple question for you. There are a lot of people right now in places like Syria, in places like Africa, in places like even, in war-torn countries, who have lost their house, lost their loved ones, lost their ability to work, earn, get a job, apply for a job, no internet, no nothing. They have to survive for the day just to wait for charity to come and give them rice and some food to eat. Are you better off than them? She just kept quiet. She said, she just, she didn't say anything. Then she just nodded her head. And I said, so stop feeling sorry for yourself. I said, you have made some bad choices in life. Fine, we all do that. We all do that. You trusted people, gave your money, invested in business. You took some bank loans to buy some stuff. You thought your job was forever. You thought money will come in forever. You thought opportunities are there forever. You became overconfident. You believed that you could achieve anything. We all go through this. And when you go through tough times, it makes us better. It makes us wise. It makes us appreciate life more. It makes us humble. Makes us realize I'm not superhuman. And then we develop new skills. From resiliency to marketing and selling ourselves to networking. And that's how we survive. And finally I told her, see, listen, you know my story, what I went through. I had no money, I had no place to go, I had a fake ban, I had a, ban from entering the country, which eventually I lifted it because it was false claims. And I said I had no food to eat, no relatives, no friends, no social media presence, nobody to send a message to, nobody to apply for a job. I still came back, right? And that also with a tattooed face. Who would employ a tattooed guy? I said, okay, fine, you can say I was lucky. But why not you? So I told her, this is the time you need to believe in yourself. You need to be focused. You cannot predict the result. The only thing you can predict is how hard you're going to work today. How much you'll push yourself today. I said, go all out. Hard, put your heart, your soul, your, blood, sweat and tears. Eventually a door will open up. Someone, somewhere, someplace. And I said, I'm still there, right? You've been my client before, you're my client again. We worked through tough times, right? So gave her the hope. Sometimes you need to pick people up when they're down, And she being my client, I never, when my client needs me, I never let them down. So, well, I wish I could give you a very happy ending and say that, oh, she finally got a big job. No, currently she has a job which is 2 levels lower than what she used to get. Okay, 2 levels lower, which is unfortunate. She's still staying in that cheaper residential area. She is still driving a simple car. Why? Because she has to clear off all her loans and the properties, all that she's taken, and she has put her property up for sale and she's hoping someone will buy it. I don't know if someone has purchased it or not. Okay, that's her thing. But, now she is in a far better place than being in zero, but not up to the mark. Now, can she do it all the way? That is all left up to her. Can she go higher? Can she go the same level or higher? That's all up to her. That's not in my hands. That's not even in her hands. All she can do is be the best. But I can assure you, the whole incident left a massive you know, impact in her life, and it changed her as a human being. So if there was one message I could leave you with is, see, if you're going through a tough time or you're afraid you will one day go through a tough time, just remember that we all go through challenges. We all will go through ups and downs. And sometimes maybe it'll be too many downs, or the down will be really bad. It's at that time you need to really look into yourself and make those necessary changes to survive. And I'll tell you, time and life is a big teacher. It will teach you so many realities, and that is the most powerful education you'll ever have. What you'll never learn in school or college, or what nobody can tell you, is what you will learn through your own tough times, your own experiences. Should we be scared of that? Yes, of course, we all should be scared, because it's a very tough time. But I can assure you this much: when you come out of it, you will come out much better. 100% you will come out much better. So take courage. The reason I shared this true story with you is because I wanted you guys to also take courage and not lose hope. If you're going through a tough time, be at it. Like one speaker who I once heard, he said, keep on keeping on. And if you want a worthwhile video to listen to, just check on YouTube, Les Brown, Lesbrown, Hungry. When I was a small boy, I used to listen to him. Not small boy, when I was a young man, I used to listen to Les Brown. Very powerful. Les Brown, Hungry. Just search that on video. And trust me, you'll thank me for it. Another one is Nick Wojcik, the man with no hands, no legs. Just Google search Get Back Up. GT, Get Back Up, Nick Wojcik. Just Google search NickVyJJYIC, something like that. Just check. Trust me, both these videos, you'll watch, you'll thank me. Right? You guys take care. Comment down below if you have anything. It's me signing off.